I narrow this down through the headings of individual groups. Firstly, I'll tell you about the income bracket of B, C2 and D. To represent this target audience and social group, I took into consideration the price and the artist in my magazine. I made sure that the price of the magazine was not high, as they would have less disposable income to spend on luxury items such as the magazine itself. Therefore, this was added as an initial way to attract the audience, as it is a less expensive, high-class magazine. The gender of females. Well, stereotypically, the audience for this genre is male appreciated, and women are considered the secondary audience. However, I've taken this and flipped it, made women into my primary audience. I'm trying to target this niche audience by featuring both males and females in my magazine, therefore making it universally tasteful. Through the use of dominant females featured on the front cover and promoting up-and-coming magazines to close-up women in the front and the men featured in the background. The colour scheme also represents this, as the red is known to be the colour in which both genders like. To attract the female audience, I use innovative style font in which is eye-catching, and the use of different coloured font to make the magazine look individual to those already out there. My women are stereotypically innovative, individual and active. The use of style lines also feature mainly women-dominated bands, and therefore this can further relate to the audience. Class, working class and middle class. Alternative rock is seen as a genre which is popular with this class, as most artists were often brought up in the working class and therefore became an attraction to the genre. The name of the band would have usually come around as they bussed and played in venues around the area. This is also the class of which my genre is in, as the higher class would stereotypically listen to classical music to gain themselves social hierarchy, and seem to be acquired taste and therefore more independent, as the lower class would listen to the chart updates and follow the trends in which everyone else were listening to. Age, 15 and 25-year-olds. The use of innovative fonts and styles in my magazine represents this particular social group, as it is more quirky and individual. The use of this younger age group, I made links to social networking groups such as Facebook and Twitter, therefore enabling them to communicate with the magazine without having to pay, yet again involving the class and working. The use of social networking site also allows the relation to females, as they would tend to use Facebook more than the male gender would. The use of my band members being fairly young also represents the appearance of the younger generation in my music. My models achieve this look of being young, individual, but hold a matter of class, with no evocative stances. Not ruling out the secondary audience of my magazines, males, the models wear clothing which are stereotypically associated with the female gender, such as skirts and heels, therefore attracting the male audience. Race, white. Through the models I targeted the social audience, as I used white models and therefore hinting at the white audience. This is not excluding any other race, however it is stereotypically categorised as white. White music is usually seen as the rock genre, as rap music is seen to be more appealing to the blacks, such as Snoop Dogg being an artist which they can relate to. Sexuality. I have not targeted sexuality in my magazine, as I see it as a social group which is open, as I would like my magazine to appeal to all the female gender, and therefore the main attraction of it being a strong female independent.